Atiku outlines 4-point agenda for the Naira. So he has a 4-point agenda for the recovery of the Naira. I just hope that works. Former Vice President and presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, has outlined a 4-point agenda to enthrone an investor-friendly foreign exchange market in Nigeria, promising that his administration will be anchored on a strong engagement with the private sector. The candidate, who was speaking at the 26th Alumni Day of the Lagos Business School (LBS), said he will begin by dismantling the multiple exchange rate system introduced by the central bank and which many believe engenders corruption. He said his administration will also remove the focus from demand management to putting measures in place to boost investment flows into the country by creating incentives for investors which will return in higher supply of foreign exchange. He will also deal decisively with the malaise of crude oil theft, which has hobbled production in Nigeria and compounded the country's foreign currency supply crisis. In addition, the presidential candidate said his government will, by example and appropriate signaling, let everyone know that the era of administrative controls was over. Atiku Abubakar said in the medium to long term, he will establish an investor-friendly environment in Nigeria that seeks to boost local production while prioritizing exports as a pathway to enhancing the supply of foreign exchange. The former vice president paid tribute to the private sector in Africa's largest economy, saying businesses and not the government are the primary engine for employment generation. The former vice president spoke on a number of other important aspects of economy and governance at the forum, promising that he will work with other tiers of government to overhaul the Constitution of Nigeria to reduce the size of government while restructuring the federal system to promote harmony if he wins the election. Wow. The review of the Constitution is highly necessary for the continued existence of this country. It is going to be one of the major programs that I will execute once Nigerians give me the mandate in 2023, Atiku said. Should we believe this? Atiku also accompanied to the event venue by Godwin Obaseki, Governor of Edo State, Udom Emmanuel, Governor of Akwa Ibom State, former Governor of Cross River State, Ilia Imoke, Dili Momodu, Mukta Shagari, Dino Melaye, among others. He also stated that his administration will reform the oil sector to ensure the refineries are functioning and that Nigeria becomes an exporter of refined products, petroleum products to the rest of West Africa. The conference chairperson is Adebisi Lami Konro, a former partner at KPMG, opened proceedings by saying it was time for the balance of power in Nigeria shift from elected leaders to the people. Leading economist Bismarck Rewane, who spoke on the economy, told the participants that Nigeria's options were narrowing by the day. So what Atiku is telling us is that he has a plan to recover the Naira. Right? He has a 4-point plan to recover the Naira. That is what he's saying here. He will remove the multiple exchange rate. He will try to attract foreign investors that will remit money back into Nigeria. Oh, wow. So we know all these things before. Why haven't we done it in previous administration? Because we're not hearing all of this the first time. When Buhari was coming in, there was a rumor or an allegation where he said that when he enters, he will be able to turn 1 naira to $1. It has not happened till now. Right? Then Fashola, who is one of his ministers, Minister of Power, said any government that cannot restore power in 6 months is not a responsible government. So, and all of that, we haven't seen the result today. It is 7.5 years down the line. So how are we sure that all these things that are telling us are going to be done? Atiku was the vice president to Obasanjo between 1999 and 2007, and all of these were still problems in Nigeria as at that time. Why didn't they fix it properly? Why has all of these become or remained campaign promises up till date? And I'm sure that even after now, they will still not be able to do anything, and all of this will still remain campaign promises for the next years to come, because they want to tell Nigerians what Nigerians want to hear. And then when they get into office, they do what they want, and that ends it. Somebody like Atiku, we know he has been trying to come into government since 2007 after he left office with Obasanjo, and he has not succeeded. And he has spent money both in Naira and in dollars since then. I'm sure the first thing in his mind will be how to recover what he has spent in politics for all these years, because every average politician in Nigeria believes that every cover he puts in politics is an investment, and the first thing is to recover that investment plus profit before they will think of doing anything, if they have intention to do anything at all. So all of these, he also reiterated again that he will work on privatizing the refineries. He mentioned it here again. So how is he going to do this? Because he has a big question to answer with the first privatization attempt that was done under his regime and Obasanjo regime. And that was one of the reasons that made Obasanjo to swear that he will never see this guy become president in Nigeria. So even when they meet at Ota for reconciliation, I know that Obasanjo has not forgiven and has not forgotten. So why is this guy saying all of this now? We've heard this over the years. What is the different thing that what is going to make the difference this time around? There are several comments here. Somebody is saying, over your dead body, Atiku Abubakar, you will never be Nigerian president, never. Somebody is swearing here by his body. You must be smoking. Atiku is the next president, inshallah. Can you imagine? This is Islamic person now, because Atiku already said when he had a town hall meeting in Naira house in Kaduna that Hausas, the Northerners, should vote him. They don't need Yoruba or Igbo president. That was the first remark he made in the North when he had that meeting in Naira house. So, and that is what this person is trying to reiterate here. He must be one of his supporters. Says he must be president of Nigeria, inshallah. All right, let's see how it goes. Just like the chairman of the APC, Chief Adamu, said that it's only God that can stop Tinubu Shetima presidency. And people are praying that God will obviously stop them, because they don't mean well for Nigeria. Now, wow. Someone is saying, great idea, sir. We pray that you keep up these good ideas and more of the development of Nigeria when the privilege comes. Can you imagine? So this person is also believing what Atiku has said and is calling it a good idea. We've had people spoke intelligently in the past, and they were trusted and believed that they meant what they were saying. But when they got into office, what played out became different. They derailed. They never kept to their promises. Right? So, now, wow, Atiku is promising to do a lot. Let's see how we can recover the Naira. The Naira is the biggest nightmare to every Nigerian. So whatever that has to be done to recover the Naira, let it be done urgently. So this is what Atiku is saying about the recovery of Naira and several of the economic activities that will empower Nigerians and restore the economy of Nigeria. Let's have your comment as well. It's time for promises. All of them are making promises. Let's read their promises properly before we make our decisions to vote.